Hi, I'm David B. Witcher. I'm the designer of Star Trek 5-Year Mission. We're going to go over the gameplay a little bit, teach you how to play, or at least give you a good overview of how it works. You're going to be playing characters from the original series or Next Gen. The game is played by pulling cards from alert decks. There are 3. There's a blue alert deck, or yellow alert deck, and a red alert deck. The blue alert deck is obviously easy, yellow medium, and red hard. You're doing that to get points out of each deck. So the hard deck is every card is worth a point. The yellow deck, half of them are worth a point, and the blue deck, being easy, only a quarter of them are worth points. This is a dice game. Everyone's going to start the game with 5 dice, 2 blue, 2 red, and 1 yellow. As the game goes on, though, as you use dice, they'll go back in a pool, and you'll redraw them. Then you'll be able to draw dice of whatever color is going to be useful to you in the game. So, for example, we have an alert card here, which is a blue alert. We have a couple things on it that are important. So in the upper hand corner there is the United Federation of Planets symbol. That means it's a prime directive, and the game is going to tell you that you should be concentrating on that first and foremost. If you don't, it will go into our failure pile, 5 failures, and you lose the game. Down in the lower part of the card, we have a bonus symbol. So if you actually complete this card, it'll allow you to re-roll all of your dice. You don't get to re-roll your dice a lot in the game, so that's a great ability to earn. Okay? So your turn is fairly simple. It has 3 parts. You always draw a card at the beginning of your turn. It may have some effects, so you're going to resolve those effects immediately. Then if you don't have a full hand of dice, you're going to get up to 5 dice. You're going to roll any dice that you pulled out from the pool. Any dice you've held over from a previous turn, you're going to either re-roll or you may keep them at their same value, and this allows you to build up sets that are difficult to make. Okay? We play the game for points, and it starts off at Ensign at 10 points and goes all the way to Admiral at 20 points, and it's 20 points plus 2 other conditions. One is that you have to get two points of cards from each deck and at least 1 urgent mission, and that's what the sand timer is for. Urgent missions, you have 3 minutes to complete them as a team. So once the player rolls their dice on their turn, we're going to turn this over. It's going to go around, and we're going to try to get this done, and often that requires that we get through lots and lots of player turns before it's completed. So you play fast and furious when the timer's out. So on Kirk's first turn, he already has 5 dice, so we're not going to replenish dice. You're going to need to decide which level of alert you want to try. Now, the ship is not damaged at this time, and you can see the damage marker is tied into the color of the alert. So when we're at this level, you can choose from any alert. Once we get to yellow, we're at yellow alert, and we have to choose yellow or red. And once we get to red, then we have to only choose from red. And that's a bad thing because the red alerts are very hard. It's unlikely that you're going to be able to complete one each turn. And one of the ways you can fail a card is if you get more than 3 of a color out. 4th card causes the oldest one of that color to fail. Likewise, if our ship damage goes off the track, we have blown up the Enterprise.
You don't want to do that.
No.
That's why I'm going for blue, because it's the easiest thing that I might be able to complete.
Okay, so we have 3 dice that need to be placed to complete this card. They are white. There are no white dice in the game, so we actually need to place 3 dice of any color. White means wild. Okay, so you're going to roll all those dice because they've never been rolled yet. Once they're rolled, they become actions.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go.
Treble for good luck.
Well, that's excellent. So she's got one of the 2s already.
Okay.
You don't have anything else you can do, but that often happens at the beginning of the game when there's not many cards out.
Right.
So the first couple turns of first couple players' turns are actually usually a little slower and less action. So what you do is you keep the dice at their value. Those actions have not been used, and they'll be available. They'll be available to you on your next turn. Okay, and so that allows you to do harder sets that you need to make, because you may have part of a set that you need, but you can't place it because you need to place them. You need to place them all at once. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to pretend that I'm Sulu now, or Chekhov, I mean, and Chekhov is going to go for a medium card. It's a live long and prosper, and this is one of the cards I was talking about when doing sets. It's in a black box. Black box means that we have to have all these dice values all at the same time to place them. So that means we have to have a 5 or 6 in red, we have to have a 3, 2, or 1 in blue, and a 2 or 1 in blue, and we have to be able to have it all at the same time. So we're going to roll all these dice. We do have that. We do have that, but we don't. And we do have that, but we don't have the other one. So we're going to plan on holding those off. Let's see if we can do anything else. We're going to do the To Boldly Go mission, which always starts the game out, because you always start by going boldly. It's not worth a point. We're looking for the Starfleet insignia for points. So we're going to get rid of that out of the way. And that's got one card out of your queue, which is good, because we want to keep as few cards out at a time as possible. So let's assume that I'm the third player, because we want to have at least 3 player characters in play. The box says it plays 3 to 7 players, but I've talked to a lot of people that play it solo or with just 2 players by just playing more player characters. So that was a little bit about Star Trek 5-Year Mission by Mayfair Games. You can, of course, get it from their website at mayfairgames.com. You can get it from your friendly local game store, which we always love to support them. You can also get them at some Targets and some Barnes & Nobles, their primary A stores, you say. And, of course...
Keep pushing the button.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm
going to cut around it, don't worry.
That's good, because he really threw me off. Where was I?
You can start over if you want, even.
You can start and you can buy them at Barnes & Noble, some of the A stores.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. You can buy them at Target, Barnes & Nobles. They're their A primary stores carry them. They don't carry them at all of them. And of course, like I said, you can always buy them from your local friendly game store. We like that. We like to support them. They support us in the hobby, and we like to support them.